Welcome to DigiMasters Shorts. We are your hosts, Adam Nagus
and Carly Wilson, delivering the latest scoop from the digital realm.
Microsoft began executing one of the largest gaming industry layoff rounds in years on July 6, cutting thousands of jobs across Xbox while moving to close, sell, or spin off 5 first-party studios. Ninja Theory has been confirmed for closure, while Compulsion Games, Double Fine, Undead Labs, and Arcane Lion remain in negotiations that could determine their survival. Industry insiders describe the combined cuts as potentially the single largest layoff event in gaming history. At the center of the crisis is Microsoft's Game Pass accounting model, which tracks subscription revenue separately and can leave individual studios appearing commercially weak even when their games attract millions of players. Titles like Hellblade 2, South of Midnight, and Psychonauts 2 earned critical acclaim and strong player engagement, but did not generate traditional retail sales under the subscription structure. An internal reset memo revealed Xbox is operating at roughly a 3% profit margin, far below corporate targets, after years of heavy spending and shrinking revenue. The division is now shifting focus to a smaller group of flagship franchises, including Halo, Gears, Forza, Fallout, Call of Duty, and The Elder Scrolls. The layoffs come as Microsoft accelerates massive investments in AI infrastructure, even as Xbox revenue declines and hardware sales fall sharply. Labor tensions are rising, with the Communications Workers of America criticizing the restructuring and pushing for stronger layoff protections. The outcome of this 100-day reset will determine whether Xbox can stabilize its business without further dismantling the studios that built its creative reputation.
Starting Tuesday, July 7th, Anthropic will require usage credits for anyone who wants to continue using Claude Fable 5, adding metered billing on top of existing Pro, Max, Team, and Premium Enterprise subscriptions. The model will cost $10 per $1 million input tokens and $50 per $1 million output tokens, making it the most expensive generally available model Anthropic has released and double the rate of Claude Opus 4.8. Until now, many subscribers had limited included access, but that grace period ends tomorrow, and if credits are not enabled, access to Fable 5 will stop immediately when allowances run out. The shift follows a turbulent launch that included a federal export control shutdown, a 19-day global suspension, and a compressed relaunch window beginning July 1st. For developers running Fable 5 in autonomous agentic workflows, the pricing change is significant because transformer models are stateless, requiring accumulated context to be resent and rebuild with every turn. At $50 per $1 million output tokens, long reasoning heavy responses dominate cost, and intensive sessions have reportedly reached hundreds of dollars per hour. Anthropic says usage credits are a capacity management measure as demand for Fable 5 outpaces available compute, even as the company expands infrastructure with hundreds of thousands of NVIDIA GPUs. Cost controls such as prompt caching, batch processing, and selective routing to lower-priced models like Sonnet 5 are being positioned as essential operational safeguards. Fable 5 also currently carries a 30-day data retention policy with no zero retention option, a detail procurement teams must factor into deployments. Whether Fable 5 returns to standard subscription access will depend on how quickly Anthropic can scale compute, but for now, frontier AI use is firmly moving to a pay-per-token model. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a story about chips and data centers. It is now reshaping the shampoo aisle. Consumer giants like Procter & Gamble, Unilever, and Mondelez say they are using AI to design products and power the campaigns that sell them. At Procter & Gamble, AI screened tens of thousands of peptides for a Pantene formula, predicting how mixtures would feel before a single physical batch was made. The company says mining an internal database of thousands of formulations allows researchers to narrow options computationally, cutting development timelines that once stretched into years. Mondelez reports similar gains, claiming AI tools help generate dozens of new snack recipes and move teams 2 to 5 times faster than conventional methods. On the marketing side, generative systems are producing personalized images, text, and video at a pace traditional agencies struggle to match. Unilever's Dove brand used AI across a cookie-scented product launch, from formulation to influencer selection, and says the campaign delivered billions of impressions and a wave of new buyers. Analysts caution that many performance figures come from the companies themselves, and human testing and brand judgment still play a decisive role. Still, across the industry, experimentation is being compressed, costs are shifting from lab work to computation, and even an ordinary bottle of shampoo is increasingly the output of a search.
Meta secretly ran a program directing hundreds of contractors to pose as teenagers and bombard rival AI chatbots with disturbing prompts, according to a new report. The operation, internally called CAN and managed by contractor Covalent, targeted models from OpenAI, Google, and Character AI without their knowledge. Contractors used fake underage accounts to push the systems to their limits, attempting to provoke responses that violated safety guardrails. Spreadsheets show tens of thousands of prompts focused heavily on suicide, self-harm, eating disorders, sexual content, and other sensitive topics, often written from a child's perspective. Some prompts described violent or deeply troubling scenarios, while testers also submitted images including pills, nooses, knives, and medical diagrams. An internal document characterized the effort as comprehensive AI safety benchmarking designed to generate critical comparison data, though it remains unclear how Meta used the findings. The project adds to Meta's history of outsourcing traumatic moderation and testing work to contractors, some of whom have previously raised concerns about psychological harm. One contractor said workers were shocked by the material they were instructed to create and worried they might face consequences for carrying out the assignments. While Meta called the effort industry standard safety evaluation, outside experts argue that secretly stress testing competitors' systems in this way falls into a governance grey zone and may blur the line between safety research and anti-competitive behaviour.
Thank you for listening to today's AI and Tech News Podcast summary. Please do leave us a comment, and for additional feedback, please email us at podcast@digimasters.co.uk. You can now follow us on Instagram and Threads by searching for @Digimaster Shorts or search for Digimasters on LinkedIn. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and don't forget to follow or subscribe.